This is a huge problem in Throne and Liberty. Everyone wants to talk about the pay to win stuff, but the bigger issue is botting. Let me be clear here to Amazon and NCSoft. Botting will kill your game. Surprise, surprise. Now, I understand botting exists in every single MMORPG, and especially the free-to-play ones, to the point where it's almost impossible to completely remove. I get that, but this is especially concerning because there are a lot of bots on the KR servers, and the KR servers are about as bot-free as it could possibly get due to the difficult registration system. Now, maybe there's no way around banning the 24/7 bots because they just continually pop up. I get that, it's very difficult to do, but what I do know is that you need to be active on banning the actual players, the active players who are cheating, who are actively abusing AFK macros and bots. Throne is a hyper-competitive game, and the competition aspect of it is a big part of the premier endgame content. There are a lot of players and guilds that are actively abusing AFK macros and bots, allowing them to effectively grind forever. And the gap between these cheaters and legitimate players, the gap between these two is increasing, and it needs to be addressed. Guilds specifically will have a major advantage in both ranking and levels. And we already see this happening on the KR servers. Take this What guild, for example. Servers were recently merged to pit the top guilds from each respective server against one another. We saw that there was a big alliance guild called What that was coming into our server. And when we saw how high their guild level and ranking was, we were pretty impressed because we would have been like 50,000 points or so down if I recall correctly, and we considered ourselves to be pretty hardcore, and we're like, holy shit, these guys must be like really hardcore because they're beating us by a decent margin if we were on the same server. That was until they merged servers, and it was obvious and blatantly clear that these guys were cheating, AFK macroing / botting, whatever you guys want to call it. And their leader wouldn't even condemn this behavior, which was the worst part. And I heard that he went as far as to say that it's part of the endgame loop or endgame mechanic. I don't know. Look, sorry, pal. They removed astral hunting for a reason. They didn't remove it so that you and your group of friends, and this extends to everyone, not just this Thai guild, but everyone that is doing this and abusing this. They didn't remove astral hunting so that you could AFK grind and the rest of us couldn't. I assure you that's not why they removed it. This guild was even called out by the Koreans on the Korean community, so it's not just me that is echoing this. But despite all of that, our guild was able to rally through, and with the help of our Korean allies, we were able to secure the #1 ranked spot. So big shout outs to the boys there, despite being a full 3 levels down, if I recall correctly. In case I lost you a bit, the first castle is given to the #1 ranked guild. TLDR, guilds farm ranking by their members completing a variety of things like events and missions. Not only will you get special titles and whatnot for your ranking, but you'll also get to occupy the castle and defend it for millions of Lucent and Solent, both the premium and game currency. It's significant. I'm proud of my boys for being real ones and overcoming the handicap by just being better. We pulled out every move in the book that we could, min-maxed the shit out of absolutely everything, and that allowed us to barely win in the final minute of ranking period. It was actually insane. I assure you there is zero chance this is possible on Western release to be able to beat out the AFK macro users / bot users. The only reason why we were able to do it was because we had full knowledge of how to really min-max guild ranking that others didn't, and executed the timing of it in a very specific way, which, by the way, I think it needs a lot of improvement in itself, and I'll be forwarding my feedback in regards to that to Amazon directly. NCSoft, if you're watching this, please ban the bots, but especially ban the active players that are abusing these bot programs or AFK macroing, effectively allowing them to AFK grind when others can't. It's cheating. That's what it is. That's the best way that I could put it. And the fact that I'm making this video, this will be as direct as I could possibly say this. It means that you're not doing a good enough job removing these players from your game. So this is my formal request and feedback to please do a better job removing and aggressively banning these players that are flat out cheating. Now, I know I'm probably going to be getting a lot of shit and hate and heat from this, from the people that are a part of this giant Thai Zerg alliance, but it is what it is. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but I need to call cheaters out when they're cheating, and I need to ask NCSoft, more importantly, the bigger picture, to do what they need to be doing, which is to remove people for clearly breaking terms of service and having a competitive edge, because this game is competitive. For the record, every single person that has ever been in any of our guilds and have been caught botting or accused of botting, we have investigated and we have banned if they were botting. And we've also told all of our ally guilds that we don't condone the behavior and that they need to remove those members from the guild. And all of our leaders, including the new guilds that have joined our alliance, have agreed to this, furthermore telling us to please report them and that they will be removing those people from the guild and looking into it themselves. At the end of the day, every guild is going to have some bad apples. It's inevitable. We could recruit someone next week and they could be caught botting, and it could take some time to remove these players. The important part is that we don't endorse that type of behavior, nor should anyone. And we will actively do what we can to remove those players from the guild, because this game is a very guild-centric game. Any guild that does not condemn that behavior is a part of the problem. But more importantly, it's on NCSoft to ban these players, because at the end of the day, you will always have bad apples. You're always going to have guilds that don't give a shit about AFK macroing. So it's really on NCSoft and future Amazon to ban these players and remove them from the game. With all that said, tune in on Saturday to watch and experience the final chapter of our story. It's finally happening. We've hit every goal, and we are going to be defending our castle February 3rd, 9 p.m. KR time, GMT +9. Afterwards, I've got a bunch of videos in line, including our story from day one, the castle siege itself, as well as feedback videos and guide videos, all that stuff. But until then, catch me on Twitch. I'm streaming this game almost every single day, and I'll see you in the next video.